Good Saturday morning, YouTube. What is going on, people? So, let's just get down to the nitty gritty before I mess another one up and get my tongue twisted up in knots again, because, I just can't talk, apparently, today. Hang on, let me check my lighting. Doesn't matter. But I can't see as well, so let me keep my eyeballs on sunlight and all that nonsense. All right, so last week's numbers, whatever week this is, 17, 18, I don't know. I'll put it in the description down below there. So pay attention, people. Anyway, last week's numbers, we're looking at 31.75.64 gross for on 1,809 miles for $1.76 per mile average. All miles, which for now the gross profit was like net profit was $221.74 a day, which isn't bad. I mean, I'm still keeping my average, so coronavirus can get bent so far. I don't know. I'm doing okay, but it is contract freight. Just remember that. You spot market guys, y'all are screwed right now. The regulation, as far as that goes, I don't think it needs to be regulated, because if we all get $2 a mile, we're all screwed, and this business ain't going to be worth it anymore. I mean, what's the point of working your butt off for $2 a mile, right? Not in the spot market. The spot market should remain deregulated as far as that goes. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. That's not what I'm about right here on this video. So far this quarter, I've been averaging $1.53 a mile, because last week was $1.48 a mile, right? Or is that? I wrote these numbers down. I don't know. So look at it this way. It was last week. It was $1.48 a mile. So that was last month. So April, I grossed $12,808.67, which is actually fairly decent for what we're doing. So if you consider 12 by 12, that's 144, 154, right around there. But it's gone down just a hair. I lost, last week I got grossed less than the week before, the last 4 weeks before that, or 3 weeks before that. This week I grossed right about what I grossed last week. But the income is still fairly decent, so I don't have a problem with that. First quarter I averaged $1.68. This quarter I'm averaging $1.53. My profit went down 7 cents a mile, but my total expenses went up. And my total expenses went down 8 cents a mile. Well, whatever. I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. I got the numbers there that I want to have, so, I'm still able to make bank. I'm still able to make my truck payments, and I'm still able to come home with over $1,000 a week. So, not doing too bad. I think it was 12 this week and 12 last week, or whatever. I don't know. I'm making what I need to make, right? I am making some moves that will generate me more revenue, and if they don't, they will ensure that I stay in business. And those will be occurring after I go home next week. So my profit, my gross week after next. Next week gonna be low. Week after that might be zero. I don't know yet. It might be negative, because I'll still have to make a truck payment. But it's all good. It's all good, because I got this all planned out. So I'm going to try not to have it at a negative, though. I want to at least get that truck payment in there. But I will, you all will see what's going on whenever I get it done. So, you know what? Why wait, right? Just tell you guys now. I'm getting a different truck, so I'm gonna downgrade and raise my revenue, because I'm going to have less of a payment. The unfortunate side to this is I'm still going to have to pay over an extended period of time. I'm not going to have to. I mean, I can pay it off early because it'll be such a low payment. So, and that's probably what I'll do is I'll pay it off early. I'll let y'all know what company I'm going through soon enough. I'm not going to get into all that right now. But I'm going down to Florida next week to pick up a truck, more than likely. Well, not next week. So I'm running this next week through Saturday probably, and then I'm going home. I'm going to leave my truck at the house or at my park location by the house, and then I'm going to go get me a rental and drive down to Florida. Probably drop the rental. If everything works out right, we'll be dropping the rental off, taking the truck up to Charlotte. Well, I don't even know if I'm going to drop the rental off. I got to take it for a test drive and check everything out and get it checked, and then we're going to take it to Charlotte and get it set up. I might give up the truck that week and just take a week off. I might not. It all depends on how everything looks. So this company wants up to $8,000 down, something like that. Might not be that much. It might be that much. I don't know. It depends on the truck I get. I'm looking at, there's one of 3 trucks that they have currently in inventory that I'm looking at. So don't know if it's a wise decision. They do a little bit of work on the trucks before they sell them. So, and it sounds like a good deal. I haven't found any bad reviews about them, which kind of has me suspicious, but kind of doesn't, because I mean, you know, of course, you know, you got to take some reviews with a grain of salt anyway, and just do your research. I'll let y'all know how everything turns out, and as time progresses, y'all will know how it turns out. Maybe they give money for references or slack off of payments for references, and y'all getting a truck. The only thing is you gotta have $4,000 to $8,000 down. So if I do decide to tell the name of this company, well, you'll know I'm doing okay. If not, then, you know, I'll have to jump back into one of these Schneider hoopties. So I'm looking at something that'll climb a hill. I'm looking for a DD15, and I would want to get a manual, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. The truck I'm actually looking at is an automatic. I don't want an older DD15 with a DT12 because the older automatics didn't do properly. I mean, the 2020s and the 19s do really well. The more they've been in circulation, the better they're getting as far as Detroit and Freightliner with the DT12s, with the way they're doing their trucks. Because they, you know, learning experience, they learn as they go. That's why, you know, the Max Force turned out to be a lemon. They tried to put something out that was going to be a game changer, and it changed the game all right, just not in the right direction. But, you know, $4,000 a month for a truck is kind of ridiculous if you're not going to be able to have it to be yours after 3 years. And, you know, I watched some videos. So I watched Jeffrey Like's video from 4 years ago, and I read comments from 3 or 4 years ago on some of these drivers that we have at our company that were buying trucks at one time from Schneider. So the deal with that is, it used to be it didn't matter, right? Because at the end of the 3 years of payments, you could do the buyout, or you could get the lease redone down to I think it was $5,000, and then buy it out. Now they will only let it go down to $20,000, and the truck you're paying, like for example, $150,000 truck, you're paying over $200,000 for that truck. Back 4 years ago, $150,000 truck, you would pay $150,000 plus the interest. So you could go to a bank and get a loan and get a truck with 10% interest. If you're new, you're not going to be able to do that because they want like 30 to 50% down on a truck. So if you get a $170,000 truck, you're going to be paying what, 10, 20, 30, $51,000 down minimum on $170,000, $45 on a $150,000 truck, and so on. But you know, that's what you're paying for, and then you're only paying the interest on. If it's a $150,000 truck, you're only paying interest on $105,000, and at 10% interest, that's like what, 110, 115, whatever. I can't do the interest calculations in my head. The other ones I can. But so you're paying $115,000, so you're paying $165,000 for a $150,000 truck, as opposed to $205,000 to $209,000 for a $150,000 truck. So Schneider's making a killing off these trucks. And you know, so are all these other people. Like Prime wants, I think they want like 80 grand on a buyout. I don't recall. I think that's what it was, or 70. I don't know. Anyway, so their plan is 3 years. You do the lease, and then you just jump into another lease truck. I ain't about all that, man. I don't care if it needs new parts put on it and stuff like that. I have money. After I put my down payment down, I do have money set to the side for repairs, and I'll be putting 20 cents a mile off to the side for repairs until I have like $40K set aside total, and that way it'll cover an in-frame or buying another truck or whatever I need to do, you know. But hopefully I'll end up with a good one. Like I said, the worst part about this whole scenario is I'm going to be paying what that company wants for that truck. I'm not going to be able to bargain down too much or anything like that, even though the market is lower than what it needs to be. And yes, I could buy a truck for cash, but then I have nothing left over. I could possibly get a business loan, but I just opened my business account. So I don't know, man. I don't want to be stuck paying $4,000 a month. So the largest payment they have is like $1,600 a month. You got to think, if I'm paying $4,000 a month and I keep pretending that I'm paying $4,000 a month, and I got to pay $1,600 a month, not in addition to the lowered insurance costs. So I'm not going to be paying as much on insurance. So I think I added it up, it's going to be like $60 a week, which is 6, 12, 18, 24, is almost $300 a month extra in savings. So I'm going to be, so to say that's $4,300, right? Minus $1,600, and you got, what, $2,600 a month you're saving, okay? $2,600 a month over a year. If I can get the truck to last just a year, $2,600 a month is $31,200 that I've saved in payments just on the truck. And I could finish paying that truck off early. They said they give up to 10% off if you pay the truck off early. And I have every intention of paying that truck off early. And if it's a good enough truck, I'm going to keep it. I don't care. It's a tool, and it's used for making money, and that's all it's for. Could I buy a $10,000 truck? Yeah, I could. Could I be stuck with something that is just going to need more repairs? Yes, definitely. Now, I will tell you this. The company that I'm going to go through, they rebuild the whole bottom end of the engine. And they changed the rod bearings and the oil pickup valve, or whatever that's called. Everything on the bottom, and they put a new Davco filter on it, or whatever it's called. So I'm not too familiar with the terminology. I know how engines work and stuff because I work on my own cars, but I'm not too familiar with all the terminology that they use in these trucks. But I'll also be doing a lot of my own work because, you know, the mileage on them trucks, it's going to be out of warranty. And I can buy an aftermarket warranty, but it'll cost still on some of the things. And with Schneider, you can go through them. Some facilities will work on IC trucks and some won't. I'm looking at more home time, more revenue, because I'll be able to take Christmas off and I won't have to worry about a truck payment. I can pay my truck. I can afford to pay a $1,600 payment a month later, as opposed to right now, if I take a week off, where am I going to get the money from to pay for my truck? The only thing I'll be responsible for that week is the insurance, if I want to take that week off, So, I've weighed this, and I just cannot justify keeping this truck. Not quite possibly I could be out of pocket more. Quite possibly I couldn't. I'm taking a chance. I've done well so far. Is it a wise decision? The most unwise decision is where I'm getting my money from. That's the most unwise decision I'm making on this part. But I think it's the best decision I can make. And if you have the option of getting out of your lease with Schneider, buying it out, whatever, I would do that, because you can actually save more money. Your return on investment, like if you pretend you still got a payment and you throw that money into the market, not necessarily stock market, but any kind of market that will give you a good return on investment. I can't say that would work right now, but I would do it. I have other things going on, so my wife's business is still doing well. She's actually doing even more now, so every time I turn around, she's doing more with that, so that might actually work out really well. I'm looking for a graphics business that's gone out of business that I can buy their equipment from, so I can help advance hers further, and maybe we can get an employee. Who knows? She's already got 2 people that want to work for her. Sorry, but we can't do that right now. I don't want to be in it. I mean, that's her gig. I don't want to do that. I also don't want to be in this. I mean, I like doing this. I love to drive, but I don't want to keep doing this. There's too many idiots on the road. Too many regulations in this industry. So my goal, like I said, 3 or 4 businesses that I'm looking at, and number 1's already starting. The others I can't really do because I'm always in this truck, because I married a truck. My second wife. I'm a polygamist. I have a truck. So, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love the truck. I got really lucky with this truck. Haven't had hardly any issues. Knock on wood. So, some of them are lemons and some are not. I've seen people that just came in to the page and have already disappeared. And they just started in like February. So, just because it looks good, smells good, has that nice new car smell, doesn't mean you're going to get nothing out of it. It don't matter if it's Peterbilt, Kenworth, or Freightliner, or Volvo. It don't matter. Throw it together and you expect it to stay together. You missed some super glue on a couple of pieces, so now it's falling apart. What do I know? I'm just a steering wheel holder, right? I know nothing. Jack of all trades, master of nothing. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. If any of y'all have any advice, drop it down there in the comments. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you want to follow my adventures. Me and Sharky are going to part our ways. So if anybody gets a hold of Sharky, it's a good truck. I don't know. I highly doubt that any of y'all watching this are going to be the ones that end up with this truck. I got to clean it before I drop it off anyway, so I'll probably do part of that when I get back home. So, yeah, I was like, do I take the truck up to Charlotte and then go get my rental and then go down to Florida and then come back and then grab Sharky after I bring my truck up there? No. So I scratched off the drop Sharky off up there, and we're going to, I think I've decided that I'm going to park at my park location and get the rental. And did I say that already? Get the rental, because I don't want to drive the Gator all the way down there and drive down there, probably drop it off, drive the truck back up, get a rental on the way up, or not drop the rental off. I did say that already. What a doofus. So that's what's going on in my life so far. I've been working on this, and I kept deciding whether or not to make a video. Should I make a video? I kept making videos. I've deleted like 8 videos so far. But yeah, I don't really have anything else. And the other thing is, I spoke with my rep, and I said, I can't even put a deer guard on here. I can't do an alignment with MD alignment and this, that, and the other. And she's like, yeah, you can. Okay, you got me. Yes, I can. I know I can. I can do it. But the thing is I'm taking bread off. I want a $1,600+ deer guard. I'm taking bread off my table to put things on this truck that I don't even know if I'm going to end up keeping, or I would keep if the payments weren't so high, right? Oh, we can work with you. We can throw some on the back end, move them down, or something. We can figure something out. No, you can't. Schneider's really proud of their lease trucks, so there's nothing that they can do. I mean, if they put me in an older truck, the payments are going to be right about. That's the one thing with Schneider. Your payments are going to be right about the same. So close to $1,000 a month for the truck. A little over $1,000 if you truck with MMA, which is a maintenance account. Right? Well, that's me. Okay. Now the newer ones I've heard, they're going like $1,100, $1,200, $1,300. Ain't no way in the world, especially with the way the market is right now, that new people are going to survive. And they're wondering, they got to be wondering, what are they making? You're just going to keep throwing people in that truck and keep suckering them in, and then keep charging them $6,000 to break the lease, or to break whatever, relist it. All the other BS charges you got in there. It don't matter. I'm out. Okay, so that's another thing. I'm sorry. So I said, what, 31,000 or whatever. Okay, so I got to pay a $6,000 relisting fee. So the first year I'm only going to make $25,000, right? Extra. As long as nothing breaks on the new truck, the old new to me truck, right? Okay, so plus a few extra fees. I don't have to pay to break the lease, because they're probably going to take that out of my MMA and whatever. I'm sure they're going to jack up some other prices. So whatever. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm out. I can't take this anymore. You're killing me. I would like to go home. I haven't been home yet since all this COVID crap started, because I didn't want to bring anything home to the wife, because she has problems. But I'm going home next week, and we're going to fix all these problems so I can go home every 2 weeks if I want to, and still make money, and still not worry about a truck payment. Because daggum, if you get behind on these truck payments, you are charged a late fee until that late truck payment is caught up. Every week you will be charged a late fee. So don't think for 1 second they're not going to thank you for every little red cent you got. And that's the other issue I have. So I got a lot of issues. I am rampant with issues. Anyway, so, there you go. There's a story added onto my numbers. So if you watched all the way through, thank you. God bless you. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay tuned, because right at the back of this, there's going to be some bloopers. Have a blessed day. Good Saturday morning, YouTube. What's going on? Good Saturday morning. Come on, man. What the heck? Good Saturday morning, YouTube. The true Sabbath day, right? So, I'm doing a reset on the road again. On that, right? Whatever. I don't care. Well, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Alright, whatever.